heard it. And Latif Idris followed it for us. Very, very harrowing tale of a house help who was seen beaten, or who was found, if I can use that expression, beaten to the pulp and tied by his neighbors. Listen to the story.
The occupants, we are told, are Nigerian nationals, 4 of them, and this is one of the 4 vehicles that have been vandalized by the irate youth of this area who got agitated as a result of the failure by the occupants of this apartments to open the gate for them to go inside and rescue the man who was crying for help to one of the vehicles, which is the last of the 4, away. But the residents say, had it not been the intervention, we could have had blood murder on our hands Tuesday morning.
That is a security room was say, my last day in the end, no, or kind of brothel. So man go school, grand, me last day. My last day in the end, no, my last day in the end, no. And I'm okay.
I was walking past the house when I heard a terrified voice crying for help. So I approached the gate, and after knocking for a few seconds, a heavily built man came out. After inquiring from him about a terrified voice and the call for help, he ordered me to walk away. An order I defied and insisted they open the gate and free the young man. That created misunderstanding between us. And so in the course of the commotion, he stabbed me, as you can see in my palm, with a broken bottle. But I didn't give up. I managed to mobilize the youth in the neighborhood to help rescue the chained young man whose head was swollen and was bleeding from the head and the mouth.
It's my motherland. Ebi mu di omumo ja na ye den egu so. And say mi wu a the same land. Say be din to asasiman to amfa me nginam. Fa bujem. Brother. Masa, edru jaka. Mu wa na mu kumba no. Muteria.
Attempt to get a police patrol team to intervene failed when the officers in the vehicle told me they were busy working on something else.
Said the beji bribe was somewhere so no. Say me try trouble so nkume. Say se man tro nkume. Apra na nkume. Kan nkume. Adua me ye nkume.
And say Omaka is an adwin. Omene go say man home. No makunu. Before that. Before and abani tiamu ayeti kwaje bueno. First kwaje bueno. Boy ni ti say no. E say me ye me say tra carbon back.
The 4 suspects are currently being held at the Accra Region Police Command.
And that's the story from Trasacco Phase 2. Inspector Kwamna Danso is the Deputy PRO for the Accra Regional Police Headquarters. He joins us on the line. Inspector, thanks for joining us. Can you please tell us exactly what happened?
Yes, last week Monday, the police had a distress call from a Good Samaritan in and around Trasacco, indicating that there was a fight going on in house number plot 17 in Trasacco. So the police swiftly deployed a patrol team to this house, where the police arrested 4 suspects: Henry Ijuma Chinedu, Abodo Jamal Tafa, Obadile, and then Okunku Ezekiel. These 4 suspects were arrested. And sport investigations revealed that these 4 suspects have detained 2 house helps in the toilet room. And these 4 suspects were arrested for investigations.
What have your investigations uncovered so far?
Police investigation reveals so far indicate that these 2 victims, Ike Samuel, 24, and Ayina Komla, 22, are house help to these suspects. And these suspects' mother accused these these 2 boys of stealing 5,000 Ghana cedis. Based on these accusations, they were arrested by the East Legon police. From a thorough investigations, there were no evidence to suggest that there were the people responsible for the missing of that 5,000 Ghana cedis. So the police released them on bail, and they were released to their masters to take them home. They were not satisfied with the police investigation, so as a result of that, they decided to take the law into their own hands by detaining these house helps in a toilet room where they subjected them to severe beatings and they also chained them. So currently, the police have arrested these 4 suspects who are helping us in our investigations.
So the story is 5,000 cedis is missing from the house. They blame the 2 house helps. They report them to the police and the police clears them.
That is it.
They are not satisfied that the police has cleared them, and so they decide to beat them up and chain them till probably they tell the truth.
Yes, they subjected them to beatings, and they were forced to admit the offense, which they denied at the police station, which the police also were not able to get any evidence against them. That is what these 4 suspects did.
So what's the latest police action on these 4 suspects?
We've arrested them and they are helping us in our investigation. So we assure the public that within a few days they will be put before the law court.
When were they arrested exactly, sir?
They were arrested on Monday.
Today is Wednesday.
Yes.
That means that the 48-hour deadline for putting them before court has elapsed.
Yes. I'm yet to talk to the investigator or the crime officer this morning. If they were granted bail yesterday, I cannot tell. But we assure the public that every little information as to what the police is doing as far as this issue is concerned will be put in the public domain.
We understand these 4 suspects are not Ghanaian.
Yeah, they are Nigerians. Yeah.
Does that change the case in any way?
No. We are seeing it as a pure assault of which the police is investigating.
Thank you very much, Inspector Kwabena Danso, for responding to our call this morning.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Inspector Kwabena Danso is the Deputy PRO for the Accra Region Police Headquarters, giving us some details about this particular story.
So you for help the needy. Today will be your own moral, you know, Sabi. Nobody knows.
So you just heard that story.
So you better take precaution.
These 4 people are living in the house and they suspect that their house helps have stolen their monies. They report to the police. Police don't find evidence. Police release them. Afterwards, they tie them up and beat them, sort of to try and force a confession from them. And this goes on allegedly for days until they are heard screaming by their neighbors and they are finally taken to the police station. Well, they are finally rescued from that situation they're in. I don't know if this situation sounds familiar to you, if you've been a house help before, if you've had a house help before. if you've heard of a house help being abused before. I want to hear what you think. 0244 340 437. You can call us as well on 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541 and 0244 340 437. I'm opening the phone lines now. Before my first caller comes through, if you're looking for dependable internet service to meet and suit your needs, Telecel offers the fastest internet experience on 4G in the country, with coverage in Accra, Tema, Ho, Koforidua, Takrady and Bolgatanga. For the youth, Telecel has Telecel Wave bundles designed to cater for youth lifestyle, starting from as low as 2 cedis 50 pesos. Telecel has 4G internet service to meet business, home and on-the-go needs. This is 4G data not only on your phone and handheld devices, but also extended for use in offices and homes. Can you believe that? Telecel 4G for everyone. Now, Telecel Fiber Broadband. Telecel has fiber broadband services for homes and offices at affordable rates with varied speeds, unlimited and bundled data options. Do you live in any of these areas? Airport residential area, Laboni, Rich, Cantonment, Jolu and other locations. Call Telecel to find out about your area and service availability. Call Telecel today on 0303 975 342 or 344 and send us an email on inquiry at telecel4g.com. Telecel, just a touch. Are you looking for a 1, 2 or 3 seater and L-shaped sofa crafted to the finest details and available in various colors for your home, office or hotel? Are you looking for comfortability, durability, quality and perfect finishing? Look no further. Latex Foam is your one-stop shop destination, whatever your choice and budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life. We'll also be touching base to find out exactly what's happening to these victims now and what's their current state, because they were dragged out of this place. They had been tied up and they're receiving medical attention, and so we'll be touching base to tell you exactly how they're doing now. Justice is calling us from Kotobabi. Justice, your niece was a house help. What happened to her?
Yes.
Justice, please turn off your radio for me. Sorry. Turn off your radio for me.
Hello?
Yeah, Justice, turn off your radio.
Okay.
Yeah, what happened to your niece when she was a house help?
Yeah, she got employment as a house help with one of the top the businessmen in Ghana here. And then somewhere along the line, she was discovered the next day in a swimming pool in the house, dead. And that very house, there are policemen guarding that house 24 hours with private security guards. All of them denied knowing the knowledge of how the girl was killed. That matter was sent to the police station, went to court. For the past 4 years, they have adjourned the case, and that's the end of the case.
What?
So many things goes on in those big men's houses, and they abuse house helps, and nobody listens to them. Nobody cares. And a whole of things goes on. That even up to now as I speak to you, that big man is going scot-free. The policemen have been set free. The security guards have been set free. So it is happening.
But Justice, to be fair, your niece was found in the swimming pool and she had drowned.
No, she didn't drown. She was floating on top of the swimming pool.
Okay.
That day.
So did you see the reports to indicate that she died before she got in the pool, or she died in the pool?
Sure. There was a postmortem which indicates that she was hit on the head. So she died before being put there, and was naked, half naked. They wear her, how do you call it, a big brazier, and then you see blood stain all over the body. Even the pant that she was wearing was not stained with blood, but the body itself was stained with blood. And this case was covered just like that.
Justice, did she ever tell you at any point that maybe she was being abused or she was not comfortable in the house?
Yes. Apparently, a week to that incident, she was rushing even to stop the work because she said the night policeman have been worrying her in the night. So the night policeman pretend that he will kill her. You know, so I actually told her that he should report to the nearest police station. This thing happens at Dansoma. You know.
And you reported
I was calling her. The whole day the phone was ringing, nobody was picking it. Finally, somebody picked the call and said she was sick. I should come and pick her to the hospital.
Oh.
I got there, and they prevented me from entering the house. So I forced myself, and they told me, oh, she is in the shop, selling at the roadside. I said, I can't, somebody who was sick. You know, all of a sudden, she be in the shop. So I refused to go to the shop, and I forced myself, and they allowed me to enter the house. The wall of that house is over 10 feet high. There's a CCTV camera in the house. They have fenced the wall with, electric fence. So how could such a fortified house, somebody die or somebody come from outside? This is the policemen and the security people on duty. They did that.
Justice, is this the same story that Manasseh covered some years back?
Sure, and that story is still hanging.
It's not been resolved.
You cannot do anything about it because the state is the prosecutor. The state is the one who is in charge. The victims are not allowed to bring their lawyers. It is the state, and the state does not take any interest in it. Prosecutor doesn't come to court. So finally, the judge will say, "Oh, I'm tired. You people should go."
Oh, Justice, I'm very sorry about what happened to you. I'm remembering that story now, and Manasseh visited the home. I followed it at the time. I'm surprised that it's still dragging. And you mentioned that she was threatened. Her life was threatened at a point.
Yes. I wrote this in my statement. Nobody called me. Nobody invited me. They don't even listen to me.
Seriously? Okay.
Yes. I have been attending the court for over a year. Finally, they don't call the case anymore. I only go there to sit down, listen to what they will say. Nobody even asked me a question. But I'm the principal witness. I follow that case very closely.
How's the family doing
They
now?
will tell you the prosecutor is the one who is in charge. If he doesn't come, and then every time you go, the prosecutor doesn't come to court.
How's the family doing now?
Well, the mother, out of that, the mother have broken down. The mother is now is mentally disturbed, and is up to today. She is every day crying. She can't understand what happened to her daughter because the girl just finished. That girl, very good. She had very good grades. She was waiting to enter the nursing training. She decided to just find something doing before. And that was how they ended her life.
Justice, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your story with us. This is still the Super Morning Show. It's the phone-in segment, and Justice just shared his story. It's very worrying there. Sam is calling from Kwabenya. Good morning, Sam.
Yeah, good morning.
Sorry I kept you on there for so long.
it's
Justice's
okay,
story was...
It's okay. I just want to ask a question, okay? Yeah. I'm a Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that there is a growing kind of anger between Nigerians and Ghanaians. I want to ask a question. Would there be a time Ghanaians will send us away? Because when I wake up in the morning, all I hear is Nigerians. Nigerians. And Nigerians. Like, I follow Ghana Web, the kind of stories they put about Nigerians. You know, South Africa did not start today. It's a perception, from perception to reality, and then action. You know, I would just say that people should be careful the way they do things, all right? If you know a Nigerian who is a thief, a scammer, a fraudster, a criminal, a kidnapper, you go after him, you deal with the issue. But I realize that Nigeria fails. Okay, Nigeria sells. Once you mention Nigeria, it brings attention to the world. And I realized that It's been going on in Ghana. I've been here for 15 years, married to a Ghanaian. And most of my friends couldn't take it anymore. They've left Ghana because they said very soon there's going to be a great war between Nigerians and Ghanaians. And what happened yesterday at the house, you might think it's just yesterday. No, it's been coming. I'm telling you the truth. It's been coming. Like, it's been coming. Ghanaians are angry that Nigerians come here to do a lot of things that are evil. Nigerians themselves who don't engage in those things are just tired, like me. Like, we're tired.
So, Sam,
I'm asking that.
Sam, let me ask. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry to step in like that, but let me ask. 4 men tied up 2 men and beats them up. Whatever their nationality, listen, whatever their nationality.
Why I'm saying that, okay, because they are Nigerians, it will sell. Nigerians sell. I'm telling you the truth. If you want to make it in life, just add Nigeria to it. If you want to fail in life, add Nigeria to it. But Nigeria sells. And I'm saying that if any Nigerian comes here with no permit, with no passport, deal with him. But I'm telling you the truth. With the way things are going, I'm telling you, I am on the streets of Ghana daily. With the way things are going, you will be on that studio soon, and you will be talking that Ghanaians are attacking Nigerians, this, that. It's coming. It happened in Kumasi.
Sam,
it happened in Abosoka. It's coming. It's going to come.
Sam, we have to move on at this point. Thanks for calling, but we understand your concerns that you are raising there, but we are dealing with this case as a domestic workers abuse case, and what happened was 2 men were rescued. That's what we are reporting, but thanks for drawing our attention to that. Ben is on the line from Adenta. Good morning, Ben.
Yeah, good morning, Dan. Hope you are fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just, worried a bit about what I heard Justice tell me earlier. It's
that's heartbreaking, and I sympathize with the family as well. Yeah, Dan, mine is simple. I even sent a text on that concerning the placement system. I mean, the GHS placement system. I'm worried that the whole country could set up a call center with just one number. And I'm even more worried that none of these big mobile telecom companies will even offer them free lines. Free lines. We have 16 regions in Ghana. So none of the mobile companies can even donate free line. How much is a SIM? 1 CB. That the GES.
You know what? We don't know the details of the arrangement of that. Thanks for calling, Ben. But we want to go back quickly to this issue that we are discussing of domestic workers abuse. And Joseph is on the line with us. He's calling from East Legon, and he worked as a house help. Joseph, how was life as a house help for you?
My brother, it's not easy. Any bad thing that happens in a house or anything that happens, you are accused of it. Everybody thinks you are the one who is causing the problem. And I worked in various houses. One issue I realized is that a lot of Ghanaians, when we see that we are heading in trouble, we sit there and then we wait, we drag our feet until something wrong happens. The last time I remember, the place where I worked before I left, if I mention the man, you will know. I mean, we were once accused of stealing a company document. And we didn't know anything about it. The police was called to the house. We were threatened with guns and all of that. And luckily for us, the nanny who was taking care of this man's grandson went to the man's son's room to go and check something and found the document there.
Oh.
And so when they brought it, I mean, the police and everybody was there like, so what is happening? So from there, I resigned, and I was being begged to stay. No, because what is happening? The next time something happens, and nobody goes to find out whatever it is, and that day we were being taken to Cantonment Police Station because we didn't know anything about it. And so I think a lot of things happen, and when we see that what is happening, like the guy said. The lady was being threatened, worried at night, and all of that. Let her just quit the job, But we think until something wrong happens.
Unfortunately, it's too late for her to quit now. Thanks for calling. as Joseph from East Legon. Niels is calling from Kumasi. Good morning, Niels.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm great, and yourself?
I'm good. These stories we are hearing this morning, Niels, I don't know.
Well, ordinarily I don't have a story to share, but I want to make a comment.
Please do. Please go ahead.
Specifically on one of our brothers who just called from Nigeria. The concern he expressed, I side with him. Sometimes, even when you travel outside and something happens and that person is tagged an African, and immediately people see your face, you are also tagged as an African. It is bad. However, let us expand the scope of view some things. It didn't start today. It started from somewhere.
You know what, Niels? I was going to allow your comment. I was going to allow you to comment quickly, but I don't want us to move from this subject. Okay, let me just. My production says I should allow you to continue. Niels, continue.
Okay.
Make your point. Make your point
Quickly. Together with them, let us find a way of making sure that this thing doesn't go on, because it is becoming one time too many. When something bad happens, you go there and there's a common denominator that runs through all of them. It didn't start today. So if we want to uproot it, let us uproot it from where it started. Thank you.
Thanks, Niels from Kumasi. Paul is calling from Hacho. Good morning, Paul.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Paul, let's hear you. Let's hear your thoughts. Do you have any experiences? Have you worked as a house help? Have you had a house help? Do you know any house helps?
Well, yes, I do know of many house helps. And the fact is that we are all aware, as Ghanaians, we all know the extent to which house helps are treated as if they are second-rate citizens. Just go to a particular house, and the dressing of the house help is enough to let you know that this person is a house help. Even when they are going to church, the dressing of the children of the one with whom the house help is working, you can see the difference between the way the children are dressed and the way the house help is dressed. I mean, these are issues that are happening. But you see, for me, I am not just talking essentially about the kind of maltreatment and others that are being undertaken, but the way to which we can, as it were, monitor the activities of persons who have gone in for this house help. It is high time we had a ministry that will be taking care of some of these things. When the services of people are taken for such house helps, there must be a way by which the social welfare or any other accredited institution can be monitoring. There must be periodic reports. How much do they earn? We have situations where somebody will just work with a particular person for about, say, 2 or 3 or 4 years, just because the person should be given a sewing machine at the end of it. And then when it is time for the sewing machine to be bought, something will be found and used to kick that person out because they don't want to buy the sewing machine. So these are some of the things that we'll have to be looking at. Yes, the abuses are very bad. The comments made by the Nigerian sales is not a real issue. I think that he was trying to do some PR. But let's be more focused on the fact that house helps are really maltreated. It is something that is known by all of us.
Right. Thanks, Paul, for calling us from Hacho. And there is the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, which is supposed to be taking care of issues like this, socially protecting us. We'll be following up with them. Thanks for drawing our attention. Joe is on the line from Tudu. Joe was a house help. Joe, share your experience. How was life for you as a house help?
Yeah, Mr. Dazi, good morning.
Good morning.
But it wasn't easy for my house help. I was with this big man. He's well known, but I don't want to mention his name. And then before, he separated with the first wife. And then the second wife came. So I was the one cooking for the man, preparing every food for the man. Until the second lady came, the man was I was the one preparing food for them. And I think a friend of the second lady told her that if she doesn't get me sacked from the house, the time will come, the man will sack her. So it was the same lady that they planned who came to inform me about the decision that new madam has taken. So during the week, the woman came and complained that her jewelry has got missing. So they had to invite police to come and arrest us. We were 2. So when my master came, my master said, Joe, I've been with you for so many years. This thing has never happened. I said, Master, I know what is happening. I don't want to say anything. So my master said, why? I said, no, Master. You let us finish with the police people first. They took my statement, everything. They said they will investigate. So when we came home, I told my master, this is what the new madam has taken. So I want to leave. And I resigned. So sometimes I agree with the first, the one scholar who called. Sometimes you take a decision. If you cannot be in the house, just resign. Because the way I was doing for the man, the woman cannot. That's what he planned. And so, like, you know what happened? The woman he planned with came to inform me. So when we went to the police station, I was even laughing. And the police people was, Master, when we are there, we are the woman, Oba me the I've been with the man for so many years, and nothing has got me in the house. Until when the new madam came, and that's what you want, the decision that you want to take. I know everything. So my master told me, and I told the man, point blank, that master, I cannot do the work again, and I resigned. So sometimes you board and resign. That's all.
What if they don't have a place to go after they resign?
Yeah, that's one thing. If you don't have a place to go, that one day, then that one day you are in trouble.
What did you do after? After you resigned, what did you do?
Then you shouldn't be afraid. Even if your mother doesn't have a place to sleep, sleeping outside, it's better you go and sleep with your mother or parents somewhere before you land in a trouble, because you can be jailed. You understand?
Yeah, thanks.
House help have been jailed every day, every now. So thank you very much, Mr. Adazi.
Thank you, Joe, for sharing your experience as a former house help. Wanda Madilo is calling us from Accra. Wanda, you employ the services of house helps. First of all, help us understand how does the system work? Hi, Wanda. Do I have Wanda on the line? Very unfortunately, seems like I lost Wanda there. But he employs the services of house helps. We wanted to know exactly how that system works and what are some of the experiences that he gets from his employees, and if there are any checks that they do in there. But it's 26 minutes to the top of the hour. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We'll be having a discussion about Dear Nanado very soon. Tracking the one constituency $1 million promise. But today's agenda is brought to you by Societe Generale. SG Ghana, the future is you. Marconi is on the line from Tema. Good morning, Marconi.
Yeah, morning, Mr. Dazi.
Marconi, so tell us, do you know any house help? Have you been a house help?
I did not know, but I want you to know that. Do you know that people are harassing guests, house guests? People are raping them. Do you know? If you don't know, what I said is real. You see, people are harassing house girls. They are sleeping with them. People, some are telling the truth, some are keeping it because of money. You see, all is because of us. If ladies go to look for job, they are harassing them in office. Going to house girl in house, they are harassing them, physically raping them. What is going on? All because of poverty in Ghana. Looking for job. Can you imagine a lady that's finished school, going to training college? See what happened to her. Very sad. I feel sad when I heard that news.
I was crushed as well. Thank you very much, Marconi, for calling. Kweku from Achimota has a comment. Good morning, Kweku.
Yeah, good morning, Daniel.
Yeah, Kweku, let's hear your comment.
Yes, Daniel. I listened carefully to the tape that you played of the incident at Trasacco, and I realized one guy mentioned that the police came over, but I think they had other assignments to do. I think it would really interest me if Joy FM would really follow up this case to the last bit. Because one thing I think you should know is that truly these Nigerians have bought our police. I will tell you, these Nigerians have bought our police. It is not just in Trasacco. I wish the Interior Minister and all others will come down to the streets and come and witness for themselves. These guys have the money. You heard what the guy said, that he will show him he is a Ghanaian. They have bought the police everywhere. I would really wish that Joy FM will follow up this thing to the last bit. Trust me, these guys by now are free. Trust me, once they are Nigerians, these guys by now are free. Follow it up and see.
Kweku, we are following up, but would it not be unfair to make a blanket statement about Nigerians like that? They are very good Nigerians.
Daniel,
we have great guys living in the country.
It's very easy. It's very easy. I respect you a lot, but it's very easy to sit at Joy FM and say we are making black statements. You follow up this case. We'll
definitely follow it up. Thank you very much, Kweku, for calling us from Achimota. Emma is on the line from Mamprobi. Good morning, Emma.
Good morning, Daniel.
Oh, it's Ima, rather, pardon me. So Ima, let's hear you.
Yes, what the Nigerian guy came to say on air is very, very scary. In fact, when I was listening to it, I didn't find it easy at all. And they have created the mess, because if you see the perpetrators of this murder and stuff like that, they are national. And it's sitting down to any black person on this desk, and they portray you as you are a Nigerian. So they should create their name so that all these things, the money things, should not come to pass. Because it is very, we should be careful with the statements he's making and take caution. That's the only thing I would say.
Thank you very much, Ima, for calling us from Probi. Line got a bit unclear there. Apologies about that. Our last caller will be Bishop calling from Asante Mampong. Good morning, Bishop.
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
I am blessed, Bishop. I love the strength in your voice this morning. How's everything?
Yes. I'm doing well. by His grace. Dan, I just want to comment on this thing and then to give a word of counsel to the Ghana Police Service and the national security. Because from past experiences, I would say that these crime scenes, these houses that are being occupied by perpetrators of these crimes, the shouting of the man, this is my last day, and they said they will put me in, the septic tank, and I'll die. They should take note of this. All houses, all places that these crimes have been committed, they should check the septic tanks for us. They should empty the septic tanks and make thorough investigation. Maybe certain things have happened before these crimes are discovered. This is my word of comment.
Thank you very much, Bishop, for calling us. 0244340437. You can still send in a WhatsApp or Telegram message. Let me just tell you that we'll be following up on Justice from Kotobabi's story. The very first caller whose sister died in Dansoman.
Nakadin
20 minutes at the top of the hour. This is still the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Though we still have our eyes on this issue, we move quickly and go to Diana Nado. We are tracking the one constituency $1 million promise. As we always do every Wednesday here on the Super Morning Show. We are checking if the promises that were made by the current government are being delivered to the satisfaction of the people. Before we do that though, you can bring more smiles at home with Stanbic Money Wallet card, the only card that gives you access to 5 currencies at the same time. Spend $6,000 and above and get a 2-night stay with spa treatment at Royal Senchi. Spend $3,000 and get a 1-night stay at Royal Senchi. Spend $1,000 and get a $100 voucher. Spend $500 and get a $50 voucher. And there's more. When you spend 500 Ghana cedis on a single transaction in Ghana, you get a 50 cedi voucher. Simply load up to 5 currencies: British pounds, US dollars, euro, South African rand, and Ghana cedis, and shop or transact business anywhere. Why stress when you can have all your money on one card? Stanbic Money Wallet multi-currency card. Bring home more smiles. Visit our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages at Stanbic Bank GH. For more information, offer is valid while rewards last in September and October 2019. Stanbic Bank, moving forward. The computerized school selection and placement system CSSPS pins for senior high schools are available at all rural and community banks, RCBs, and ARB Apex Bank branches. Kindly visit any RCB or ARB Apex Bank branch near you and purchase the pins. With our more than 800 branches spread throughout the country, checking your school placement has been made easy. ARB Apex Bank and the rural community banks, together for progress. Now from with over 3,600 stores in the world, your coolest store is in Ghana on the 14th of September. Stay classy and be trendy with Miniso Shop. At your shop, Miniso. Opening on 14th September as the Marina Mall. Miniso, love life, love Miniso. Follow us at Miniso Ghana on Facebook and Twitter, and on Instagram at Miniso_Ghana. It's 17 minutes to the top of the hour. We take these few messages. When we come back, we write our letter to our dear Nanado.
In a world where everything is changing around you, sometimes you need to turn to someone you can trust.